Not even a week after a political storm erupted after TMC MP Kalyan Banerjee mimicked Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar, Banerjee once again repeated his actions. Kalyan Banerjee maintained that mimicry is an art and his fundamental right. He further stated he will do it 1,000 times as he has all the fundamental rights to express his views. This happened during an event in Shrirampur, West Bengal, where Kalyan Banerjee criticized Dhankhar for reacting to what he deemed a trivial matter. Amidst Kalyan Banerjee's latest act of mimicry, Congress President Kharge wrote a letter to Vice President Dhankhar declining his invite to meet. In his letter, Kharge accused Dhankhar of justifying the quote-unquote autocratic and arrogant attitude of the Modi government towards Parliament and believing in suspension of MPs to facilitate the passing of bills. While expressing his inability to meet Dhankhar on the 25th of December, that is today, Kharge further said he would meet the VP at the earliest. Joining us at this point is Arshpreet Singh Khadiyal, Congress spokesperson. We also have Professor Bhuvan Bhaskar Joshi, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, joining us. Vineet Goenka, political commentator, is live with us. Himanshu Bhatt, senior journalist, is also live with us on the broadcast. Let me bring you in here first, Arshpreet Khadiyal, on why exactly Mallikarjun Kharge has decided not to meet VP Dhankhar today. Is it simply because he is not in Delhi, or is there more to it?
Thank you. See, first and foremost, we need to understand this thing that the Bharatiya Janata Party's MP that has done a wrong has not been taken in action against. His membership has not been suspended. However, 146 MPs have been. This issue of what Mr. Banerjee said, what he has done, has taken over, has played the role of, has basically taken over the country, and this is being discussed everywhere. I mean, what Mr. Banerjee has done in comparison to what the Bharatiya Janata Party's MP has done is 100 times less. The Bharatiya Janata Party MP endorsed an individual who attacked on the India's democracy, and despite that, his membership's not been cancelled. There's been no inquiry, let alone suspension from the Parliament, and there's been no FIR. He has not been arrested yet. He has not been interrogated as to what relationship did he have with the intruders, because the guidelines and rules categorically say either the person has to be a personally known of the MP that's endorsing him, or he has to be a known of that personally known of the MP. We want to know what the category is, what relationship he have with him. Was he his friend, acquaintance? Relative categorically says that the visitors gallery, whatever happened in the visitors gallery, by a certain individual who has been endorsed by a particular.
Okay, I think we're having trouble there, unfortunately, with your connection. Arshpreet, we'll come back to you. Let me bring in Vineet Goenka at this point. Vineet Goenka, you can respond to Arshpreet there, but the VP, of course, that meeting of the VP and the Congress president did not happen today. You must have seen the letter that the Congress president has written back to the VP. Meanwhile, in parallel developments taking place, the mimicry continues. Kalyan Banerjee continues to mimic VP Dhankhar at another function too, saying it's his right, saying it's an art form. What's wrong with it?
Udayji, Ram Ram to you, Ram Ram to all the co-panelists, all the viewers who are watching me right now. It is unfortunate that Congress President, Mr. Kharge, chose not to meet the Vice President today. It would have been good had we met him, discussed, heard his concerns. The world is watching, especially Bharat is watching. The behavior of Congress and also criminal member of Parliament is something which is unbecoming of a parliamentarian. Once the Vice President has invited, I think, everybody should have gone, met him, discussed. There should be protests, but the protest cannot be in a form where you insult the constitutional authorities. The world has watched, India has watched, especially in the days of social media and the transparent broadcasting of the proceedings. We could all see that the member of opposition behaved in a manner which is not called for, and it was something which is worth condemning. My request through your channel would be, Mr. Kharge should seek an appointment of the Vice President immediately and also apologize on the behavior of Mr. Rahul Gandhi and the other members who mocked the chair.
Arshpreet, are you back with us? You can respond to Vineet if you are and complete your point.
Thank you, Uday. Thank you. See, I don't understand the Bharatiya Janata Party's priorities, first of all. The least they could have done was prioritized India's democracy first, the parliament breach first, and then the other issues. However, they have not done that. Second of all, if mimicry is a very big issue for them, I am very sure Mr. Goenka would remember what Mr. Modi did in the parliament. He mimicked Mr. Gandhi, and that happened a short while ago when he was talking about the expressions, etc. Did you condemn it then? Did you have a discussion then? Did you suspend any MPs concerned? Nothing was done. So the Bharatiya Janata Party needs to start practicing what they preach, needs to give up their double standards, and the most important of all, you see, we need to understand this entire thing began with one thing. The MPs got suspended, the MPs went out, protested because of one reason. The country was demanding a statement by the Prime Minister, by the Home Minister. The country was demanding a discussion, and so were the MPs of the country. And because they did not want to give a statement over this issue, and if they say that, the inquiry was premature, we needed to wait for the conclusion to come, Mr. Modi and Mr. Shah could have come forward and at least could have told the country, the nation, as to why till date the Bharatiya Janata Party's MP has not been taken an action against. What is preventing the agencies? What is preventing the Bharatiya Janata Party? And the Bharatiya Janata Party in itself should have suspended the MP from the party membership after this happened, rather expelled him. And the same thing should have been followed in the parliament as well. Now you see, any man concerned, with India's interests would say this.
Okay.
That if there should have been an action against anyone, it should be the Bharatiya Janata
But
Party.
let's talk about now the issue at hand here. Why did Mallikarjun Kharge not meet with the Vice President of India today? That is a big question, because he is not a member of the BJP. He's the Vice President of India. He's not just an ordinary speaker, he's the VP of India, which is a constitutional post. That's one. Secondly, do you agree with this mimicry that is continuing by Kalyan Banerjee as well? He's continuing to mimic and mock the VP as well. And he said he will do 1,000 times.
The BJP leaders have back in the day spoken unparliamentary words for the former Vice President, Mr. Amit Ansari. Number two, Smriti Irani ji, who happens to be a minister now, she had presented bangers to the former Prime Minister. And for Mr. Manmohan Singh, Mr. Modi spoke some unparliamentary words for Mr. Manmohan Singh when he said, raincoat pen ke na aana kaise hai. And then if we talk of institutions, the Honorable Supreme Court had said that the CJ has to be included in the appointment committee for Chief Election Commission. Was he included? He was sidelined despite that. The Supreme Court has been undermined. The Chief Justice of India has been undermined by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, do they preach? How do we respect institutions after doing this? And all we are saying is that this is mimicry. And on the other hand, there's a BJP MP who has endorsed an individual. And they answering a question. We are saying that this should not be the issue at hand. The issue should be what the Bharatiya Janata Party's MP has done. That's 100 times more than what a certain Banerjee, Mr. Banerjee is doing, or any other MP is doing. This is the biggest issue that we have at hand. It happened on 13th of December, 22 years ago. A similar incident happened when there was an attack on the parliament. And despite that, there is zero attention to it, zero statements over it. Mr. Modi has the time to give interviews to newspapers. Mr. Shah has the time to give interviews to TV channels, but just no time for, giving a statement in the parliament. Now, this is what the Bharatiya Janata Party has to say, that, a mimicry video has come forward. I mean, priorities should be set straight. We should discuss important issues that matter to the people of India, because they are saying, if our MPs in the safest building of India, the parliament, aren't safe, how do we feel safe? And that's all that the MP said, for which they were suspended, and then the issues happened.
Come in here, Himanshu Bhatt, on on this entire furor that has erupted, this standoff between the Congress President and the Vice President of India. What is your take on it, Himanshu Bhatt? And also, Himanshu, do you believe it is right to be continuing to mimic the VP as well, as Kalyan Banerjee has said he will do for 1,000 more times?
Let me make certain things very, very clear right from the beginning. To my young friend who was talking before me, maybe he doesn't, he was not born. But the precedents of this nature, what you were demanding, that BJP MP must be suspended first and thrown out of the house, was set by their own party. I'm a journalist, I'm going to talk on facts. In 1974, a man with the gun had gone into the house. He was caught and then he shot himself. Luckily, he did not lose his life. The pass was issued by a Congress MP from Uttar Pradesh. After a month, nothing happened. Nobody knows what happened to that MP, what was the relation between that MP and the man who came out. This is what had happened. So precedents were set. That's number one. Two wrongs don't make a right. I believe in that. But at the same time, one needs to understand that when things are going like this, and 10 times saying people of India wants to know. My friend, if people of India wanted to know, they would have given you majority seats in the House. You are just 50 of them. I'm not dismissing that. My friend, you got to understand in a democracy, as the minority has the right, as the opposition has the right, ruling party also has certain rights. And when you bangle with the constitutional post, this is what happens. Let me give you the chronology of the whole thing which has transpired. You know, it was on 14th of December that Rajya Sabha chairman first approached Rajya Sabha opposition leader and said to him, let's discuss and talk, which was delayed. Kharge ji wrote the letter dated 22nd October, which was the last date of the House, claiming so many things. That's a fact of life. As Mr. Dhankhar said, we will meet on 25th, then he called him over. Now today he did not go. Whose fault is this? Unruly behavior, because you are in the opposition, because you are in a small number, you want to create a ruckus in the House, which is the temple of democracy. We all believe in democracy. I'm a journalist from 30 years. I've seen thicks and thins of various governments. I'm not saying this is right or that is right. All I'm saying is talk on facts and base your arguments only on facts.
Uday, may I ask you one question?
And this is the chronology. When
Arshpreet responding to you. Arshpreet Kariya.
My only question to Mr. Bhatt is, should there have been no action against the BJP MP? Just tell us
that
this.
Is what the president. See, BJP MP action will be taken if he is found guilty. But
when
you,
if he is found guilty,
us, my friend, you
guilty
need to
of
know
what?
this. My friend,
Guilty
as
of
a
what?
journalist, we have seen that
How do you find him guilty if there is no inquiry?
Any number of people who want to visit
How
the
do you find him guilty
go
if there
and
is no
get their
inquiry?
passes, which way we know. As a journalist, I also know that. As a political
I being a lawyer, I want to tell him
that.
one thing. I being a
It is
lawyer,
very,
Mr.
very
Bhatt will tell you
simple.
just one thing.
It is
Mr. Bhatt, I just have one
my
thing
point.
to say.
Let
Please
me
hear me
finish my
out.
point. Then you have your argument, my friend.
It's not about argument. Let me make you understand the basic logic. I being a lawyer.
All I want you to understand is,
until there is no inquiry, how do you know he is guilty or innocent? Until there is no
inquiry is going on. You
Who
have
said
to
that?
wait. In the opposition, you have to wait.
Why has he not been
Till the
suspended?
inquiry is going on. Even the
Why has he
ruling
not
party
been
wants to
suspended?
know.
Who's inquiring?
What is going on?
Who's inquiring? 1 second. Who's inquiring against him? Why has he not been suspended yet? Is there any FIR? Is there any FIR against him? Has he been arrested?
It has been officially stated by the Home Minister of the country.
I am
that
sorry.
inquiry is going on. Let's
Mr.
come
Bhatt,
out with the
clearly,
report.
1 second. Please, 1 second. Please. For an inquiry, 1 second. For an inquiry to happen. 1 second. Is there any FIR? Is there any FIR? Is there any FIR? Is there any arrest?
You do not represent.
Is there any suspension?
There
is nothing.
Okay, let me bring in Bhuvan Bhaskar Joshi as well. Bhuvan Bhaskar Joshi, where does the SP stand on the mimicry? Do you condone it? Does your party endorse the mimicry that has been happening of the Vice President? And also, do you believe there should be a breakthrough now in dialogue between government and opposition, or at least the chair and the opposition leaders?
आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, please go ahead.
मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूं, आज जो देश के प्रधानमंत्री हैं वो बहुमुखी प्रतिभा के धनी हैं। इस देश ने उनको देखा है। ये तो सदन के बाहर की मिमिक्री की बात हो रही है। हम उनके जज्बे को सैल्यूट करते हैं, आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी को, कि उनकी मिमिक्री को हमने देखने का काम करा है। हमने उनकी जो मिमिक्री को देखने का काम करा है, सदन के अंदर देखने का काम करा है। और इसके अलावा वो कभी बीन बजा देते हैं, कभी वो ढपली बजा देते हैं, कभी वो ड्रम बजाते हैं। मैं धन्य, हम भारतवासी 140 करोड़ के लोग धन्य हैं कि इतने बहुमुखी प्रतिभा के धनी होते हैं। जब एक संवैधानिक पद पे, उच्च पद पे रहे व्यक्ति इस तरह की सदन के अंदर करते हैं, तब उसमें कोई चर्चा नहीं होती, सब चैनलों में सूखा पड़ जाता है, पूरे देश में कोई चर्चा नहीं हो पाती। लेकिन आज सदन के बाहर, और जब 140 करोड़ लोगों, जो विभिन्न धर्म और विभिन्न जातियों से सांसद आते हैं, वो नेतृत्व करते हैं सबका, लेकिन उनको बाहर कर दिया जाता है 146 सांसदों को। तब उन पर जिसने प्रश्न चिन्ह लगाया, उस पर बाहर उन्होंने अपना एक प्रदर्शन करने का काम करा, तो उस पर जरूर आज पूरे देश में चर्चा चलने की काम कर रही है। आज सदन के अंदर वो रहेंगे जो गालीबाज सांसद है, आज सदन के अंदर वो रहेंगे जिन्होंने पास जारी करा इस देश की संसद पर एक हमला जो हुआ है, हमला हम शब्द कहेंगे, जब हमला हुआ है तो उसके जो मुख्य तार थे वो केवल भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सांसद थे। अभी मैं एक पत्रकार साहब को, जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के अनऑफिशियल प्रवक्ता के रूप में मैं उनको देख पा रहा था, भट्ट जी को मैं सुन पा रहा था उनकी बात को, उन तो सारा जजमेंट कर दिया कि भाई जब विपक्ष के लोग करेंगे तो अलग कार्रवाई होगी, विपक्ष के लोग करेंगे तो कोई विषय नहीं।
कोई हक नहीं बनता किसी को भी कोई भी आरोप कर देना, आक्षेप कर देना। भाई साहब आप संभाल के बात कीजिए। मैं हिंदी भी बात कर सकता हूँ, मैं अंग्रेजी भी बात कर सकता हूँ।
भट्ट जी आपके
मेहरबानी करके किसी के ऊपर कोई दोषारोपण करने से पहले आप 2 बारी सोच लीजिए।
मैंने आपको सुना है,
मेहरबानी करके नहीं, मैं किसी का प्रवक्ता नहीं हूं, मैं यहाँ एक जर्नलिस्ट के हैसियत से बैठा हूँ।
आप एक बात तो विपक्ष की बता देते, आप तो पूरा भारतीय जनता पार्टी के स्पोक्समैन की तरह बात करें। कभी आपने आप बताते इस देश को, भट्ट जी मैं आपको सल्यूट करता कि प्रधानमंत्री,
मुझे न तो समाजवादी पार्टी से लेना देना है, न तो कांग्रेस से लेना देना है, न तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी से लेना देना है। आप ऐसी बात करेंगे मैं आपकी आवाज नहीं पहुंचने दूंगा। मैं सही बता रहा हूँ आपको, क्योंकि ये बहुत हो चुका, ये लोकशाही के साथ में बहुत हो चुका। लोकशाही के नाम पे, विपक्ष के नाम पे आप लोग किसी के भी ऊपर चढ़ जाते हैं। आपको इश्यू तो पता नहीं है, आपको कोई इश्यू तो पता नहीं है ये क्यों हो रहा है। आपको बस पॉलिटिकल रोटी सेकती है, तो रोटी सेकने के लिए आप करते हो सब। आप बोलेंगे मैं चुप बैठने वाला आज नहीं हूं, क्योंकि मैं तय करके आया हूं। You people have been talking nonsense, absolute nonsense। मेरे 30 साल का तजुर्बा कहता है कि ऐसी बात नहीं करते विपक्ष वाले, कोई सेंस तो होना चाहिए। जब राज्यसभा के स्पीकर आपको बुलाते हैं 14 तारीख को, आप नहीं
व्यक्तित्व, आप नहीं व्यक्तित्व, देखिए व्यक्तित्व टिप्पणी करना गलत है, व्यक्तित्व टिप्पणी करना गलत है। मुद्दे पे आप बात करिए, आप दोनों आप मुद्दे पे वापस आए। जोशी साहब मुद्दे पे जवाब दीजिए उनको।
चुप कराइए को। देश को शर्मसार करने का काम इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री ने करा।
नहीं, देखिए आप भुवन जोशी, शायद आप भूल गए हैं कि डिबेट का मुद्दा आज क्या है। एक तो मैं सवाल उठा रहा था कि समाजवादी पार्टी का क्या राय है, क्या पक्ष है। कल्याण बैनर्जी के मिमिक्री पे आपने जवाब नहीं दिया। मैंने पूछा कि खड़गे साहब और ये जो चिट्ठी विवाद चल रहा है उपराष्ट्रपति पे, उस पे क्या पक्ष है, उस पे भी आपने जवाब नहीं दिया। आप अलग ही टेंजेंट पे पहुंच गए। तो अब मुद्दे पे बात करिए। क्या आपको लगता है, जैसे आप कह रहे थे कि प्रधानमंत्री ने भी पहले किया है, वो आपको निंदनीय लगा, मगर जो कल्याण बैनर्जी ने उपराष्ट्रपति का मजाक उड़ाया है, अब जो ये मिमिक्री दोबारा कर रहे हैं, क्या ये सही है या गलत है? दूसरा, ये जो चिट्ठी विवाद चल रही है, क्या ये उचित है या गलत है? आप इन मुद्दों पे बात करें ना। इन मुद्दों पे नहीं बात करना है तो आप डिबेट छोड़ के चले जा सकते हैं, अनुमति है आपको, मगर व्यक्तित्व टिप्पणी ना करें आप हिमांशु पे।
व्यक्तिगत नहीं, लेकिन एक जस्टिफाई थोड़ा सा ये बता देते ना कि प्रधानमंत्री जी रंगमंच के कितने बेहतरीन कलाकार हैं। भट्ट जी ने नहीं बताया, आपने नहीं बताया कि वो कितने बड़े कलाकार हैं।
मैंने आपको रोका भी नहीं। आपने उनपे 30 सेकंड का भाषण दिया, मैंने आपको टोका या काटा नहीं ना। अब आप जवाब का सही जवाब पे दीजिए जवाब अपना, या नई बात करनी है आपको मुद्दे पे तो आप बोल दीजिए। कम ऑन दी इशू ऑफ कल्याण बैनर्जी नाउ। मोदी जी पे आपने बोल दिया, मैंने अनुमति भी दी आपको। व्यक्तित्व टिप्पणी करनी है मेरे पे, हिमांशु भट्ट पे, तो मैं अलग डिबेट करूंगा उस पे। अब मुद्दे पे आए वापस, या मुद्दे पे नहीं बोलना तो आप छोड़ सकते हैं।
मैं उनको भी सुन लिया था, उनका भी मैंने देखा था। अगर वो खुद ही बोल देते ना ये वाला विषय, तो मैं उन पर नाराज नहीं होता।
ठीक है, ठीक है, कोई नहीं, अब आगे बढ़ते हैं मुद्दे पे।
चलिए, अब मैं आपको जवाब देना चाहता हूं। मेरे को लगता है कि लोकतंत्र के लिए, चाहे जो प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कृत्य करा हो या तृणमूल कांग्रेस के लोगों ने करा है, निश्चित तौर पे मैं इसको लोकतंत्र के लिए अच्छा शुभ संकेत नहीं मानता। दोनों से मर्यादाएं तार हुई है। देश की प्रतिभा, देश की जो इज्जत है उसको प्रधानमंत्री ने भी गिराने का काम करा है, लोकतंत्र को कमजोर करने
विनीत गोयल का जवाब दीजिए।
टीएमसी के सांसद ने भी करा है,
विनीत गोयल का जवाब दे। विनीत गोयल का जवाब दे। विनीत गोयल का, क्या आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं? कैन यू हियर मी? Yes, please go ahead.
So I could hear Professor Bhuvan and his uncalled for reactions. So my request to him will be, Bhuvanji, this is a national channel. We all watch this. Families watch this. Please do not do this. And you are a good man. I know you personally. So don't do that. A. B. But for viewers of this particular debate, what do you more expect from Samajwadi Party? Where we have seen Akhilesh ji pulling out the mic out of his Abba's hand and forcing him out of the stage. Where you can see the then Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, when he left the UP CM residence, stole the taps of the CM house. And those people who believe in Uganism, those people who were involved in killing the Ram Sevaks when they had gone to Ayodhya, blatantly violating the human rights, what do you expect from him on the TV channel? So today I am let down by Professor Bhuvan. But anyway, let me go to the second point. Bhuvan sir, to answer your particular query, bankruptcy of thoughts of Congress can be displayed and can be seen because they have never come out with arguments within the House and outside the House. Now also I am trying to ask Mr. Ashprit if they have any suggestions on the bill which will be presented there. They are not there. But what do you expect from a proxy president of Congress who got elected as a president on the mercy of the Gandhi family, who has not been elected on his own merits, could not speak out of his own choice, only can speak if the speech has been approved by Gandhi. So you cannot expect him to come for a meeting. Had he had courage, had he had his own contents, he would have certainly attended the meeting which was called by the Vice President today. The world has seen, especially the Bharat has seen, the way citizens of this country has rejected both Congress and Samajwadi Party in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan. And overall, if I tell you, the bankruptcy of the policies and the strategy has been displayed by both of these parties and also the India alliances. Now, I was not supposed to take the debate outside the gamut of the today's discussion, but as Mr. Ashprit and both have forced me to do this, people also have seen the way both of them have not reacted to the anti-Sanatan ranting which has been done by one of their India alliances partner. We have not seen them reacting on what has happened in Rajasthan when rapes were going on in Rajasthan under Gehlot Sarkar. So my request to them will be, if they both have connects to their top offices, they should come back and also request their top office to get into discussion mode.
Yes, Ashprit.
And yes, I would.
Thank you. Thank you. Uday, I wanted to set the record straight.
Please, I never spoken with me. My upbringing does not permit me to speak in English. By not allowing me to speak, you are just displaying your arrogance. I never spoke the last 22 minutes when you were speaking.
I have been recognized, Mr. Vinny.
You may have very important point, but allow other person to complete.
I've been recognized by the anchor. I'm sorry, it's not me, it's the anchor that has recognized me. Please respect that. Number two, see, what I'm saying is,
what we have rejected
what we are saying
what
is, please do not interrupt me.
Citizens have rejected you, sir.
Uday, may I please? Thank you. All I'm saying is that there is the gentleman.
I did not complete my point. You cannot come in. You are not been elected.
I'm sorry. It's Mr. Uday that has recognized me. Thank you. All I'm saying is that Mr. Bhatt here said that inquiry is already going on. There's been no FIR. There has been no arrest. I'm sorry, Mr. Goenka. You've been muted by the channel. Please stay quiet.
I'm not been muted. You can hear my voice, sir.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Congress.
There has been no action taken against the MP. All I'm saying is that there is an inquiry going on. He has been arrested. He has been by FIR. Uday, may I please? Uday, may I please?
Realize your number.
Okay. Let's not heckle each other. Please go ahead.
Thank you. All I'm saying is, for the people, for the viewers, it's important to know what's the truth. Now, when I gave my points in the second segment, I was told Do you want to heckle? Do you want to disrupt the debate?
I'm just
You're
asking
more
a
than
simple question. Does he
Do you
take
want
his
to do
decision or
that?
does Rahul Gandhi take his decision? Please tell me.
Done. Thank you. Now, please, if you would please have the patience to mute yourself for a minute.
No, we have-
Now, hear me out. I'll complete what I was saying. The gentleman who's the senior journalist sitting here, Mr. Bhatt, said that there's an inquiry going on against the Bharatiya Janata Party's MP. Now, my question to him is, there is no FIR against him. He has not
Why
been
doesn't your
arrested.
MPs go
However,
and file a police
if you say,
Why they have not done that?
however, 1 second, please.
Your MPs
Mr. Goenka, you're wasting the time of the viewer.
officially.
Uday,
You being a lawyer, you could have gone
Uday.
to
Okay, I'm afraid I've run completely out of time. It seems that this war of words is going to continue. There is no end to it for the time being. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.